The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 3rd down, Jackson will find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. First carry, he loses the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be and
he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the 1st quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
Darnold down to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Yeah, this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dave came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the 50, it's Darnold. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action now. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Dancing to his left. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Darnold on 1st down. Flushed out right. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. Open space inside the 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Darnold escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Off of play action, Darnold. Here's a diving catch right side. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now a pause for an injury, and oh boy, that looks like the quarterback, Darnold. Yeah, he's down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A first throw for the backup Trubisky. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they have exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And now the Raven defense is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Play action. It's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by D.J. Moore. D.J. Moore with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. That is caught by Anderson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Man, I got you. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Double dog, that's the way.
To throw is Darnold. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to look deep for more. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Now it's 2nd and 9. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Room here to run. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, an even 90 yards. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now down to 20. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And even 100 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Darnold wants to throw the football. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
To try again after the sack. Darnold escaping the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Malik Harrison. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree. Matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Panthers, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.